Hello, everybody. This is Rookie2134 here, aka Charles. I am going to be playing some Skyrim. I wanted to just kill some time, so I figured why not. It is July 6th at 10:30 at night. So I want to thank everybody, first and foremost, for whoever and watched my last video. It's quite a bit of views. Thank you very much. Means a lot. I'm just chilling again. This is an outlet. If you want to join the channel, you can. If you want to leave a like, um, I wish you could, but I guess the only way I can get people to comment is if they join. So if you guys want to leave comments and stuff, go ahead and join. If not, no big deal. Um, I don't know if you're able to do likes or dislikes. I keep trying to see the settings on YouTube to, basically have anybody comment, but for some odd reason, I don't have any limitations. I must accidentally click the setting where only if you're subscribed, I guess you could comment. I don't know if that's even a thing. So, I might have to Google it. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna play some Skyrim and chill. Not too much was going on today, to be honest. Chilled with the dog and hung out with my father. Played a little bit earlier. Went up like a level and a half. For reference items, I got uh, 20,000 gold. So I went up a little bit back up in gold. But I didn't do any main quest or anything like that. But I do want to say thank you to anybody and everybody who may have watched the video and whatnot. Oh my god, my eyeballs hurt. That's when no one tells you when you get older you get migraines super fucking easily. So, anyways, yeah, no, I was just having a chat with extended family member. It's basically the guy I grew up with since uh, the fifth grade. Known him for, oh my god, more than half my life by now. We, I mean, we met when we were like, I want to say 12. So, and we're both in our 30s. So, I think it's about 20 some odd years. I think it's 20, maybe 22 years this year. So, we practically grew up together. I know his family knows my family, and, it's cool to be able to uh, talk with people, kind of keep you grounded nowadays. Ask him how he's been, how his family's doing, and he's telling me he's learned some more skills and uh, that he's gonna apply it to his uh, folder or his mind, if you wanted to say that. He's getting into 3D printing. I'm like, holy hell, he's got mad skills because he does more than just that. He's a computer guy. He has his own small business for himself, and he is a guy that you would want in your corner when uh when all else fails. He's the guy you can rely on. I'm glad I have a friend like that. He's more than a friend. He's a brother to me. So, but anyways, the topic I want to talk about is how
Greetings, sister. You look weary. I have something to help you relax, if you're interested.
I never ran into this quest. This shall be interesting.
The finest skooma. The sweetest moon sugar. At a fair price, of course. All right, then.
Skill can I intimidate? I don't think I have a high enough skill check. Well, I'm talking like it's D&D. It's not D&D, but might as well be. Uh, you know what? I don't know. It could just be a speech check. Speech is at, what is it at? 46? Alright, well,
Greetings, sister. You look weary.
it
The
doesn't mean I have
finest
the skill
school.
unlocked,
The
but you know
sweetest
what?
moon sugar. At a fair price, of course. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Nice doing business with you, son. Until next time.
I didn't, I didn't know what to do. I wonder if, like, that's the rarest ingredient in the game. Anyways, like I was saying, I was talking to my extended family member, aka my brother, right? A little bit older than him. But we were talking about how things change over time, and just like I mentioned the other day, literally in the title of the video, uh, how after a certain point in your life where you just kind of just say, yeah, it's just another day, and I'm glad it's just another day, and you know, just kind of go with the flow type deal. The whole phrase, you take one day at a time. Yeah, that's essentially what me and him had turned into, you know, throughout the years. Take one day at a time. Don't rush through things. Still get the stuff done that you need to get done, like work or help take care of family and everything else. I know, not the Shrine of Dibella. Well, I need to do this for a quest, so why not? 1 of 9. Okay, well, that works. So, we were talking about how he was basically building a new house, and he's like, I should come and see you. And I'm like, you could come see me, but no rush, dude. Take care of what you gotta take care of first, aka get his house put together, right? And the last time he had basically uh, started building on his property. He had It had taken him a long amount of time, but where he had lived in Montana for 10 years and lived in Florida for like 16. He's a Florida guy originally. Originally, I from Cleveland, and essentially
The suffering the Daedra cause will not go unpunished.
he switched from one extreme to another,
Walk always in the light, or we will drag
and
you to it.
he had just recently moved to a new state, and he, rebuilding
Khajiit as well.
a new house,
You have coin.
and it's gonna take a while. He said he was having somebody come over and pour concrete, and then gotta get all the permits and all this other stuff. We were talking about family. I had told him about video games and how I guess uh, I just told him like the news. Like he used to be my gaming buddy back in the day, right? When we were kids, we would game every weekend, right? I would go to his house, me, him, and his little brother would video game, not all night, but we would game for decent amount of time, at least until like 9 or 10 o'clock. And then, we go to sleep, wake up, watch the newest episode of Naruto or Bleach or what have you. It's what we used to do. And then sometimes we go to the mall or a card shop or the flea market. And I told them about how PlayStation essentially is getting rid of physical games, and he'll occasionally buy a game here and there. He doesn't game as much as he used to. He doesn't really game online anymore either. And uh, he's like, "What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "Probably just play a little while longer." But it's like, "You need to get a new hobby." I'm like, "Yeah, what kind of hobby?" He's like, "You should come work with me." I'm like, he had said it two other times prior. He didn't say it this time. But he offered like an olive branch. I get an olive branch just like for peace, but let's just say for work, all right? So instead of peace, he's like, hey, you come over, work with me for the summer, and so on and so forth. Like, it sounds like a good idea. I just don't think that would have been like the best thing for him because I tend to get on his nerves sometimes, and it's unintentional. And basically, I guess he told me he was kind of like glad he stopped gaming. He's like, yeah, well, I guess it happens, you know. Mind you, we were the nerds and the geeks, you know. We were the dorks, and the guy was computer whiz, and I was the guy that liked collecting cards and uh, pretending to be a ninja, not at like teenagers, but as a kid growing up. Like, I remember like when we were in elementary school, I remember one day we were pretending to be like Jedi and Sith, and we were playing on the playground and in elementary, and our teachers are like, "No, you can't do that. That's not good," because they thought we were like being like too much for kids. Like we were pretending like we lost a limb or something. If we got hit with a lightsaber, mind you, we're just using sticks. So it's like, oh, okay, you lost your arm, can't use the arm, you know. And for disabled kids, it was a little bit more funny. Teachers, they didn't understand. We were just, our humor for that age was, uh, we were just having fun. We weren't like thinking about actually like taking people's limbs or anything. So I remember that. And he's like, what else has changed about video games? I'm like, well, they get expensive. This dude had bought a PS3 uh, when it released. I think it was second gen, and he had about 40 games for his. I think I could be wrong. Maybe I'm accidentally combining our collections. But he's like, well, I'm glad we, played when we were kids because he's like, nowadays, he's like, that seems like a money pit. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, you're right. It's like, you shouldn't come and, like, hang out with me, go travel and, you know, visit the rest of the family, so to speak, eventually, once he gets settled. I'm like, I will. I'm not gonna, like, just invite myself over to his house, you know what I mean? Even though I have, like, the option to, I still think it would be better if I, you know, made sure it was okay with him and the other people that he lives with. mind you, this is his direct family. It's not like strangers or roommates. So it's people I know, but we are talking about how basically he's doing all these things, and he's like, "How have you been?" And I told him, "Well, it is what it is. It's just another day." He's like, "Yeah, I feel you." I know I'm just rambling, but it's kind of hard to figure out what to talk about, to be honest. But he was like, "How much does it cost to like game nowadays?" And I had told him, like, "Well, if you were to get a PS5, right, and like there's like half a grand, you know, it's gonna be at least 550. And then for your membership, if you do that, that's about $100. Then if it doesn't come with the game, it's even more so." And he's like, "Well, how much the games run?" Because I don't know if he's still got a PS5. Because I think he told me like somebody had stayed with him that was a friend, and they let him stay at his house one day, and basically he had whoever he or she was. My friend decided, hey, I trust you. I don't go against my friend's judgment, right? He's a solid guy. He's a good judge of character, but sometimes I think people kind of play my best friend slash brother for a fool, and I guess he was just trying to help somebody out. They were having a tough time getting back on their feet, so he's like, "Well, you could stay with me for a little bit. You could couch crash," and then I guess he went out of town for something. He had to, I guess, help one of his family members. It's like, "You could stay here, no problem." And then they took all his electronics and fucking all this other shit. So he's like, yeah, after that, he's like, nah, it's not what I'm gonna do anymore. And it's like, I wish that didn't happen, but at the same time, it really wasn't a big deal to him as much because he wasn't gaming as much. Now, if that would have happened when we were kids, he probably would have fucking murdered somebody. Not that he didn't already want to murder the person, or you know what I mean. Uh, Video's not even gonna be able to be put on YouTube, but you get what I mean. No one wants their stuff stolen from somebody, especially if you're trying to help them out. You're trying to help somebody out, and then they stab you in the back like that, and not only that, destroyed his house. It's like, holy shit. Like, I don't know exactly what happened, but I know my friend was not happy, and you know, he's been he hasn't been going through it, but not recently at least. But tried contacting him for a day or two, and he's just been busy. It's a knife. Yeah, let's get some scrap. Dwarven armor can sell. Alright. So much. Alright. Um, he's like asking me what else do I do besides gaming nowadays. Like, I can fish and stuff. I haven't done it lately. I might end up doing it. He was talking about coming to my state to stay with me for a little bit and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, just let me know when you want to come by and come visit. Door's always open. And he's like, "Oh, thanks, I appreciate it." And we are talking about how small gestures make a big difference, right? I guess he has a friend that he has in his new home state. He said he's a nice guy. I guess he needed help fixing something on his car. My friend's like, uh, I could help you, but uh, you gotta kind of work with me here. I'm willing to help you, but uh, my friend's like, uh, what was it he just said? This was just a couple minutes ago, so excuse me, my memory slips. Uh, he's like, I'll help you. You just gotta, get the materials and tools because I guess his friend had tried to take it into uh, a shop or a mechanic and they wanted to charge him extra. My friend's like, all you have to do is buy the parts and a little bit of the tools, and I'll help you, install whatever part he needed fixed. And so he did, and then I guess he had bought him lunch. Um, you know, I'm like, I told him the story in relation to the that I told him that I had a boss that had asked me to stay overtime a couple of times one week because no one else was there and she had already worked. She was already working like a 12-hour to 15-hour shift by herself, and I was already there for a couple hours where I could get a regular shift in because my shifts were either 6 hours or less. They weren't like a full 8 hours. There was rarely any times I worked an 8 hour shift. So basically, I'm like, hey, if I get a small sandwich or something because I haven't eaten,
head inside and get some rest. I'll send word to the yard.
I'll be willing to stay. And she did
finds we
that once or
survived that.
twice,
Those
and
forsworn were
that
fierce fighters. Fiercer than I could have imagined.
Hope Papa will be able to go back to his mine soon. Everyone needs a home.
no, not going for spiders.
Good
But
dog.
anyways, the whole thing I was trying to say was
Guess we'll have 2 more mouths to feed for a
small
while.
acts of kindness can be very, very, very nice to do as long as people don't take advantage of you. And now that we're like older, right? I guess he's got a few siblings, just like I got a few siblings. And basically, small gestures go a long way with us, whereas we don't need much to be happy. Um, there's good company, a good conversation. It covers about 99% of the so-called payment, I guess you want to say.
Excuse me, but do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? I'm with the Vigil of Stendar. We believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, evil rites, and so forth. Thank you for your time.
But
Go fiddling with any locks around here. We're going to have a
he's basically helping out another friend, I guess, now, do some stuff or get some stuff done. He's like from living
You should see that oracle
in Montana and then where he's at now, he's like people make the joke, well, you're like super friendly, or you're too friendly, or something along those lines. But he's like, you know what? When you live in the middle of
Silverblood
nowhere,
family will
kind of
be heard.
appreciate the little conversations you get here and there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I've been trying to get a hold of him for a little while. And when he gets real busy with whatever
You touch her and
project
I
he
swear
is,
it'll be your fingers that go missing, you stupid Breton.
What was that?
Now, brother. Arnois is just being his usual gloomy self. He didn't mean it, did ya, Arnois? You're just being silly again.
Whatever. Just get back to work. Now.
I have to work, or Anton will rip my head off.
Anyways, that's a bit aggressive. But you're basically just, just chilling. And
The Dominion is
we're
here,
like,
and we're watching you.
basically, oh my god, it's just better probably just to sit down and talk, even though I'm sitting down already in my gaming chair, and it just can't really focus. But, we're just chilling, and
Stupid dog. Ondolamar is the commander of the Tholmor in Markarth.
okay. Going to NPC pathing broken, I don't know. But we were talking about what projects he was doing. He was learning how to use a 3D printer. He's making little doodads and he might sell them on his business. And then he was asking me if I needed like any help with anything or what's up with my family and whatnot. And I asked about his family, his siblings, and just trying to catch up. And he's like, yeah, we were talking about how when we were growing up, right, mid to late 2000s, right? So by the time we were adults, we were already adults by like 2012, right? We were already legally adults, right? And basically, we're like, nowadays things just, go by too fast, and then you blink, and then you're like, I should reach out to the people I'm actually, like talking to, because believe it or not, me and him could go almost 3 to 4 years without talking, and then I'll reach out to him out of the blue, because that's us, what we've done throughout the years. Sometimes you lose contact with your friends or your family, and then it's not because you're blocking them or ignoring them or anything like that. We're just so busy where we're just doing what we're doing, kind of just and on autopilot mode. And to be honest, he was telling me how people keep trying to get him to go out in public and do things. Mind you, he's also disabled. I don't know if he minds if I say that. But, I'm thinking the carriage will automatically move on its own. But, he's also disabled. Not that that hinders him in any way. He just don't like crowds like I don't like crowds. We love to socialize with people. We love to talk about anything and everything. It's just sometimes our social batteries worn so thin from either working too much or not doing too much. It could be either one. Depends on the day. I think I just picked the same spot where I just am at. Let's see. Oh yeah. Nope. Okay. And he's like, no, I've had people ask me recently to just go out and chill, but he's like, I got so many side projects to do. He's like, I can't, I just can't. It's not that he don't want to, he's just not able to. Like, yeah, I feel it.
All the time.
But not only that, this man's got 20 side projects going on, whereas I got 0. So it's like, when he's busy, he's not able to pick up his phone. But again, there could be years fly by And basically, he just call in one day and then we pick up right where we left off. It's so funny. Uh, he was telling me he would play video games if he was interested in playing them anymore. We used to play Black Ops 1 together. He was the DMZ, Dragon Ball Z, like, god. And I was just Black Ops. I wasn't good at every video game. Why the spiders? Like Marthar, Riften, Windhelm. Or is it Windhelm or Winterhold? I think it's Winterhold. Spiders galore. Just spiders galore. Now, he's like, yeah, I would play video games now and again, but the way you just told me how's it going, he's like, I would rather just prefer just hanging out with you instead. I'm like, hey, fair enough. And the thing is, I keep trying to tell him he should check on his card collection. We had all kinds of cards growing up. He had more than me, but we collected Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh, and I had Naruto and Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic. He had Naruto, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and I think something else. Oh, and I had Duel Masters back in the day. I think a little bit of Duel Masters, but basically we're just shooting this shit, and it's good to hear from family when you're able to. I asked him what he did for 4th of July, and he's like, not much. He's like, he just sat at home and, you know, chilled with his grandparents and, you know, just kind of took it easy that day. He's probably working on whatever side project. But I made a joke with him later today. We always make this joke. Now, again, I think the video is going to be age restricted. I don't know. But anyways, we always have this joke. Whoever dies first, you know, whoever dies first essentially gets to make the decision on what they do with the other one, right? So if I die before him, he gets to make the decision of what to do, and then vice versa. He told me today he would fill my corpse with dynamite and watch me go boom. I'm like, oh, thanks. You know, that's brotherly love. He's like, damn right. I'm like, oh, you dick. Just couldn't help but chuckle. I thought that one was funny.
I'm Anska. Are you here to help? I've finally located Vokun's crypt. The scroll I'm looking for just has to be here. Maybe you could help find it. I just know it's in here. Some old priest buried here long ago. I've been searching for his tomb for a few years now. It's probably meaningless to you, but according to family legend, it links our bloodline back to Iskramor himself. If Vokun is as powerful as I think, I may need a little help, dealing with him. You can have anything, except the scroll, of course. Great. With the two of us, this should be easy.
Alright, this is the quest for today, I guess. Anyways, and my joke to him was, well, it wasn't really a joke, it was more of a suggestion. I was thinking, hey, how about we get cremated and then we both be like shot out a rifle, right? Like we be turned into bullets and stuff like that. He's like, no, I want a funeral pyre. I'm like, dude, I am more likely to use you as like concrete. I will turn you into concrete. and put you in my foundation so you could haunt my ass. And that would just be funny. I'll laugh at it. So, he wants to blow me up. I want to turn him to concrete. You know what? It evens out. Well, that's what that's what a family does. I say the most fucked up shit, but you know, it's still lighthearted. I still can't believe he wants to blow me up. Like, why would you want to stuff a relative's corpse? Mind you, he is redneck, so at least I'm not being like taxidermied, alright? As long as we don't have Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I don't give a shit. Doesn't that be a little bit much? No! Am I dead? I'm dead. Oh my gosh, it's whenever I play online. Or not online, but play like this. Bone meal, fire salts. Okay. Need to go back to Riften after this. Ooh, troll fight.
Yes?
At you.
Until next time.
Coin purse. How much weight do I got on me? I don't have enough room. If anybody's asking why I'm collecting fire salts, it is because of the smith in Riften. Oh. Can I actually disenchant anything here? No, I don't want to disenchant my gear. Increase my stamina by 40, that's pretty damn good. No. Oh. Oh. Again, you could play this game a billion times and forget where what is what.
This looks like some sort of lever puzzle. We'll have to figure out the correct order to flip them.
So, wait. Oh, okay, it's 4. So it's hawk, dolphin, fox, snake. Oh, where's the hawk? Oh, where are the other 2? Okay. Okay, this one ain't. Yeah, I haven't been in this one yet. This one's entirely new. Again, you could play this game for the better part of a decade and a half like me and still not know every dungeon and crypt. Even though you got a majority of it. Excuse me. Yeah, but this gold. Not too shabby.
What was that?
enemies are getting stronger. That's good. Finally feel like I'm in a dungeon that's at my level or I'm at its level. Feels correct.
Did you hear something?
Now, I can't remember if the PS3 version, because again, this PS4 version of Skyrim, I could,
Someone there.
wait no, this one is the PS5 digital version, so, but I don't think there's a difference between 4 or 5 versions of the game, but I don't think it automatically adjusts the level
I'm getting out.
once you hit a certain level.
That's the last of them.
I just want the gold. Oh, I don't like these gems.
Somebody help!
What do you guys think? You could go smithing, but then things would change. I have 53. What about armor? Can armor go up? Okay, so add a dilemma here. Can the bow be upgraded? It's only at 60. Yeesh, I take forever. There we go. We'll do that. That's fair enough. Adept. Like I remember when you play on the played on the PS3. After you hit a certain level, it would bump up the difficulty just naturally. I don't know if I have to go into my settings and change it. I don't know. Don't know. Alright. Nope, nope, nope. Go back. Go back. Aha.
These wall carvings are ancient. We must be getting close.
Oh no. Oh, that.
Is someone there?
What kind of helmet is that? Oh, I guess it's not a special helmet. Maybe I'm just not paying attention to that.
Huh?
Potion of strength. Steel warhammer. It's a throne room. Oh no. Whoever this guy was rich.
That's Vulcan. The guardian of the
Oh, I
must
remember
be
now.
just past him.
Ouch. Guy hits like a truck. Oh my gosh.
Good riddance. Let's move on. The scroll must be in the next room. There it is, on the table. Huh? Speak, elf. Some old priest buried here long ago. I've been searching for his tomb for a few years now. I cannot thank you enough for all of the help. And here's a little something for helping me out.
Oh, I got 2 really cool potions that I had to use instantaneously. I remember this quest. Only took until I ran into a boss room and realized it's a dragon priest. And they don't like anybody. 20% restoration, sure. That's not too bad. Probably almost out of time. Let me check. Oh, just about. That's not too bad. Is that Nightshade? Nightshade! Alright, let's get back to... Oh. Alright, it's to Skyrim, okay. To outside! Oh, jeez, where am I at in the map, though? Middle of nowhere. I don't love it. Go to the Whiterun, even though we don't have to. Oh gosh. Ugh, excuse me, guys. Been a long day. Alright, good morning.
I don't claim to be the finest weapons and armor.
Grace, frost resistance. See, the game keeps getting me right there. That's a high, very high thing too. Let's see. Cost 20% less, but I pick up the staff. I didn't. I think I forgot the staff.
Forget to check inside the shop if you need
I've got your
anything.
back.
Yeah, I need to trade some things.
What do you want me to carry?
Oh, Shane's using the bow. And she's using the shield, but
You lead, I'll follow.
Have you met I helped my father. Take a look.
I tried giving her a bow and then the arrows, and she needs neither, so. Only 94? I need to hijack some stuff. Let's see. Well, before I run out of time, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I just kind of ramble a lot, but I figured just speak what's on my mind just for shits and giggles like I usually do. So hopefully people don't mind too much. So, I hope I was entertaining today. No, the other day I was, so, or at least somewhat interesting because people clicked on the video. So I appreciate anybody and everybody who, watched the video for, a couple minutes, maybe all the way through, either one. If you want to join, you can join. If not, no big deal. I don't know if you're able to leave a like or dislike. I still check the settings like multiple times. So I don't know if YouTube really changed in the past like 3 years to where you're just not able to do as much unless you're subscribed to somebody. But that doesn't make any sense. So without further ado, everybody have a good morning, good night, good afternoon, good rest of your week. Hopefully work and school or whatever you do doesn't stress you out too much. Again, I highly doubt this is going to be like put on somebody's social feed, but I don't know if it's going to be restricted. There's no monetization on any of my videos. It's just me uploading, so I'm not really losing anything or gaining anything except visibility. So anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Alright? If anything, you take away from this, enjoy the little time you get to talk with your friends and family. Alright? You all have a good night. Bye.